Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Patrice and today we are going to be adding a little razzle dazzle to these jackets that we got from TEMU. Alright y'all, if this is your first time here, please be sure to check out my other content. If you enjoy the content on this channel, I would love it if you would stick around by clicking the red subscribe button and also giving any of that content a thumbs up that you enjoy. For my returning subscribers and visitors, hey y'all, you know we are about to do a little bit of embroidery and bling. So today we are going to be using our RICOMA EM1010 to stitch a letter onto a jacket. My friend purchased these jackets for her grandkids for back to school, and she was just like, you know, what can I do to this? Like, I want to kind of, you know, make it look a little bit better. These jackets were from TEMU. They were under $6, and I can say just with the feel, they feel pretty good. They don't feel really cheap. They're thinner. They're not thick jackets. So this is definitely not something that you will have like you're going to put it on your child for winter. But for the most part, it is nicely made. And so I was like, girl, I have the perfect thing for you, because some of you guys may know I love doing the initials with bling and embroidery. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to jazz these up a bit and see how they turn out. So let's get started, y'all. Alright y'all, so first up we're going to get this jacket hooped and we're going to get it onto our embroidery machine. So look at these colors. These colors are nice and vibrant. The other jacket, the color is nice and vibrant. I really love it because it is nice, vibrant, fun, and kid friendly. And so the first thing we need to do is make sure that this hoop can fit this jacket, and y'all, I was pushing it. I did not stop to think that this was a tiny jacket. I think this is like a kid's extra small, but nonetheless, this should be perfect for like a 4x4 hoop. For today's project, I am using cutaway stabilizer for this particular project. This is the correct stabilizer to use if you're doing something like this. So I'm just trying to make this work, y'all, and I don't want that zipper to interfere with hooping, so I'm just making sure that it's not in the way. So everything is hooped, and now we are over at our RICOMA EM1010 Brody, and we are just going to get ready to load the design onto the machine. Of course, I'm making sure that it is exactly where I want it on the hoop, and now we're loading our jacket onto the hoop. And y'all, the first thing that we need to do is make sure we have the color selected, and of course trace the design, because I don't need that needle hitting the hoop, and I just want to make sure that it's going to be exactly where it needs to be on the design. So I did have to do a little bit of adjusting, but after that, everything was perfect, and y'all, look at this. It is now stitching out, and it didn't really take long for this seed to stitch out. Alright, we're all done and everything looks great. It took maybe about 8 minutes to get this completed, if that long. And I love how this seed looks on this color. Purple was the best color to use on this material. Now we're going to just get ready to remove the stabilizer away from the jacket, that extra stabilizer. So I'm just going to be very careful with cutting it, and I like to make sure that I can see where I'm cutting, because I have cut way too many items up because I was not paying attention. So I can't do that because we only have these 2 jackets, and everything is looking good, y'all. That stitching in the back looks amazing. Before we place our rhinestones onto the C, we're going to get a little piece of this Tender Touch, and we're going to place it on the back of the C. And this is applied using heat, so we're going to head over to the heat press. So now we need to cut out our flock, and we're going to be using the Cricut Joy for this part because it's the perfect size for this type of project. And the setting that I use today for the Cricut Joy is the medium cardstock. We are using Rocket Flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and I really like using the Cricut Joy for items like this because it's super quick and it's small and doesn't take up a lot of room. So we're all done, and y'all, that cut out beautifully. So let's go ahead and get this prepped so that we can get it onto our chopping mat, and we are going to get ready to brush our stones in. And this chopping mat came from Amazon. A link to everything will be listed below in the description. For our bling today, we're going to be using the Baby's Booty Bling, and we will be using Crystal AB, which, look at that sparkle, y'all. It is gorgeous. So let's get ready to brush in our stones. If you are interested in these stones, a link will be listed below to the Baby Booty's website. She sells these in bulk through a buy-in, or you can purchase in smaller quantities. I'm just going to use our brush to brush these in. If this is your first time here, there are several different types of brushes that you can use. Sometimes I will use this, which is a smaller one, and lately I've been using this because I actually like how this brush feels and how it brushes in. So I'm just going to move all of those out of the way. You will see me move this, but you want to be careful when you're moving your template because you don't want those rhinestones that are already inside to shift. Today we are using SS6 rhinestones, and these are a tad bit smaller. As we zoom in closer, you'll notice that some of the holes are not filled, so that's when your trusty wax pen comes in handy. So all I'm going to do now is grab a few stones from over here and place them inside of the missing slots. I'm also grabbing any stones that are upside down and moving those out of the way and replacing those. So we only had 3 missing rhinestones, and all of those are set, and I think they look great. So next we're going to get a piece of KTM transfer mask, and this is specifically made for hot fix rhinestones. I am just going to bend it up, and we are going to press it down. And you want to always do that in a steady motion. And I'm using my fingers to make sure that the rhinestones stick to the transfer tape as we want it to. We don't want any of those rhinestones to shift out of place. Now we're going to just remove the KTM mask and those rhinestones from the template. Now that they are moved, I'm just going to get the backing of the KTM mask and place this back on top. And this will stay here until I'm ready to press. Alright guys, so we are now under the heat press, and we're going to get ready to apply the Tender Touch. And one side of the Tender Touch feels kind of smooth. It's not super smooth, but it feels a little smooth. And the other side will feel very rocky. So you'll be able to feel the difference. So one side feels smooth and the other side feels very rocky. And that is the side where the adhesive is. So you want to make sure that you place the adhesive side facing your material. So we're going to place our hoodie here. And the only thing that I can say that would probably cause us a slight problem is the zipper. And so we want to definitely take note of that even when we get ready to press our rhinestones. So you're just going to take the Tender Touch and place it on top of the letter. This avoids the person's skin making contact with the fabric or with the threading and the stitches and possibly causing any irritation. So that's the purpose of the Tender Touch. I'm going to get a pressing pad, and that will help to elevate the area that I want to be elevated and to avoid the zipper from causing a pressure issue. So we just place that, and the zipper, as you see, is hanging over. I still have other pressure concerns here, but we're going to try to flatten that out a bit. And for something like this, you could also use a Cricut Easy Press or a mini press. Now I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper and just place it on top. You can use parchment paper or Teflon paper, whichever you prefer. And we are simply going to press this at about 250 degrees for about 10 seconds. Alright, that is done, and this is fused on top. And of course we're going to be using more heat, but I like to apply the backing before I apply any rhinestones. Now we're going to get ready to press the bling design onto the sweater, and I used the pressing pad again because I really needed help with elevating that area, just because of the other material and still because of that zipper. So you want to make sure that you have some pressing pads or something just to elevate it so that it can get the amount of pressure that it needs. The pressure is very important. And so now we're just going to place this on the C and keep going. Alright guys, so we're going to get ready to press it, and we're pressing this at 350 degrees for 12 seconds per the instructions for the Baby Booties rhinestone. Alright, we are all done, and this is a warm peel. You can let it cool off for a little bit. I usually just peel it off, and let's see. Y'all, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Some of that ink from the thread got onto our transfer tape, and we can move that. But y'all, look how pretty that is. All right, y'all. So we are all done, and this is the jacket that I showed you guys. But y'all, this jacket is so cute. Look at that. Look at that bling on that jacket. It is so cute, and I know that she's going to love it. Now, there's other things that you can do. If you want to add something to the back, you can. I use my RICOMA EM1010, which is a 10 needle embroidery machine. But something like this can totally be done with a hoop as small as a 4x4. So if you have a single needle embroidery machine, you can get something like this done fairly quickly as well. So the jacket that I made off camera, I made this jacket, and look how cute, y'all. This looks so cute, and we really upgraded this jacket. I know that the grandkids are going to love it, and I can't wait to hear back a report from her on just how much they love it, because I absolutely love these jackets. That is a quick and easy project that you can do, even if you're getting something off of TEMU. And y'all, this doesn't have a tag on the inside. So if you want to make something, add something else to this and brand it and sell it, you totally can add your own tag, your own label on the inside of these as well. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to head over to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and join the Craftable Things communities there as well. In addition, head over to Threads. I'm trying to get Threads up and going, and I just need a little bit of motivation. I need to see more of you guys over there. So please head over to Threads. But that's it for today, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.